Hey everyone, in this video we'll explore the native app of Bodhi. To launch the native app, you simply double click on the Bodhi app icon in applications folder. But for this particular demo, I'm going to launch the native app from the terminal. So when I launch the native app from the terminal, two things happen. Do notice the system tray over here. So as soon as I launch it, there is a new icon in the system tray. This is the Bodhi system tray controls. As well as in the default browser, this particular chat interface is loaded. So what the Bodhi app actually ships with a basic chat UI to help you get you quickly started and converse with the model. Currently, you can only select models with the chat, but in future, we should be able to do more things and manage your Bodhi app from the chat UI, from the web UI. So a few of the features that we see in the app, toggle, the new chat, the placeholder for chat history, the drop down for selecting the models, clear history to clear all the conversation, as well as the dark and light mode. Now this is also the system mode. So what we can do is we can actually just chat with one of the models that is basically configured locally for me. Let's use Llama 3 for this particular demo. So I'll ask it a question. The first time basically you are asking a question to a model, it's going to take a bit of a time because it has to basically load the model into the memory and then start basically generating the responses. So we have the model loaded as well as the generation starting. Cool. So the chat is loaded as well as our chat is basically saved over here. We can also see if you want to delete the chats, we can delete, or if I want to clear all the chats, then I can basically use this particular option over here. But that's not all. Bodhi, as we saw earlier, also supports parallel request. So let me actually quickly show you the settings for the Llama 3 instruct that is there in my Bodhi home. So Llama 3 instruct, I have set it to basically serve 3 requests in parallel. So if I have 3 requests to the model, it should be able to serve it parallelly. And let's actually see a demo of it. So what I'll do is I'll open up 4 browser windows for this particular demo. So I have 4 browser windows opened for this particular demo. What I can also see is Llama 3 instruct is by default chosen. So it basically saves what was the last model that basically served the request. So it by default, if you open up a new window, it by default chooses the same model. So let me ask 4 questions in parallel because the n parallel is selected as 3. It should start serving 3 requests and should keep one in pending. And as soon as one of the requests is done, it should start serving that particular pending request. So I'll ask it a simple question. Let me just open up a new chat just in case. Describe festivals in India in 300 words. I'll ask similar question here, but something change. Say Japan and say USA, and here I'll say UK. So let's start the serving the request. As you can see, as we have more requests that are basically generated, the token generation speed basically slows down, right? So you can have parallel requests, but the number of tokens generated per second is going to slow down proportionately. But what I have is 4 requests that are basically getting generated. We'll also see some basic validation that it generated the right or the expected responses. Cool. So as soon as one request got completed, the one pending request on the festivals in UK started off. Festivals in India, Vibrant, and Navratri, Onam, Ganesh Chaturthi, festivals in Japan, Spring Festival and other things, festival in US, music festival, film Christmas and other things, festivals in UK. Also it generated quite a lot of things. So we see like using the Bodhi app or the Bodhi in general, based on what you have configured as n parallel in your alias configuration, it's going to basically try and serve those many requests in parallel. Now let's see one another feature of Bodhi is basically dynamic unloading and loading of models based on the incoming requests. So let me basically start a new chat. For this particular one, I just need 2 browser windows. So I'll just close 2 of these. I'll close this one, and just to basically clear it, I'll just use a new chat. In this particular one, what I'll do is I'll have the Llama 3 as usual, but in this particular one, instead of Llama 3, I'll select Mistral instruct. Cool. So here I'll ask something similar question, describe the festivals in say China in 300 words, but Mistral also I'll ask describe festivals in Brazil in 300 words. So let me start with the model that is already loaded, which is the Llama 3 one. So I ask it the question, but I start the Mistral request. What happens is because there is a pending request for the Llama 3, the Mistral cannot be loaded. But once this particular request is complete, the Llama 3 request is complete, the Llama 3 model is unloaded, the Mistral model is loaded, and then it starts serving the inference from the Mistral model. I'll ask it another question about what is the model about, just to confirm this is the Mistral model. Cool. So this is the Mistral model, and this is the Llama 3 one. If I ask it to describe itself, then it is going to unload the Mistral and load the Llama 3. So it's going to take a bit of a time before it starts serving. So it says I'm a Llama model, I was trained by Meta and things around it. So to wrap up, Bodhi ships with a basic chat UI. The chat UI launches the default browser when you start with the Bodhi native app. You can manage the Bodhi app using the system tray one. So you can open a new tab with the chat UI, or you can basically quit and come out of or exit the application. You have the chat history that allows you to go back to the previous chats and basically start the conversations again. Then you have a few other options like changing the light and dark mode, or basically clearing the whole history or clearing individual history. Importantly, you can serve parallel requests based on your model alias configuration, as well as it supports unloading and loading of models based on the incoming request. It unloads the model if and only if there are no pending requests for that particular model. And once all the pending requests are served, it basically unloads the model and loads the new model based on the incoming request. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates and tutorials on Bodhi app. And thanks for your time.